Running for the Liberals in the October 21st federal election is Danielle Takacs. This is the 36-year-old's second attempt to unseat incumbent Phil McCollman. In the last election, she got 19,422 votes in 2015. Takacs has a very impressive background. She studied conflict and negotiation at the University of Toronto. She is currently working for a financial institution, has worked as a government consultant for a number of organizations, as well as at Queen's Park and Parliament Hill, which played a key factor in her figuring out that she could do this job. And I got a chance to sit down with her to find out what inspired her to run for office. And it was a very well-known politician who served our riding for a number of years.
I get asked a lot, how do you motivate youth, or how can we inspire the next generation? I think a big part of it, unfortunately, is just that a lot of people just have that bug or that drive. And for me, that was definitely the case. I became a card-carrying member of the Liberal Party when I was 14 years old. And I really think having women mentors is very important, because at that point, before that, I didn't know exactly what an MP was or how the party structure worked. I ran into an old schoolmate the other day, and they said, I remember you in grade 8 grilling Jane Stewart at an event at that point. But she came into an event. I was working at the Villages Festival, and everybody wanted to meet her. And I was amazed at how many people wanted to go take a photo with her and shake her hand. And I had never seen a woman be treated with that much excitement and respect. And I signed up for her campaign and have been involved ever since. So that is really what got me into politics in the first point. And for me, it's all about, I believe my life philosophy is that you have one chance at life, and I want to make the world a little bit better than how I found it. And if I can do some good things during my time on here, it's going to take no more time or effort than if I didn't. So I would really like to do that. And I really do love Brantford. I love talking about it wherever I am and showcasing it to people who come and visit.
Takacs says there are a number of issues that need to be addressed.
Sadly, the issues are the same as last time. It is the same issues, which really bothers me, because we've had 11 years of the same representation now, and nothing, at least in terms of the last 4 years, has changed. People here are still talking about affordable housing. They are still talking a lot about infrastructure. Like it's the simplest things, like roads. That I got here today, and West Street is ripped up. They want better timed commute, and agriculture. It's a big part of our community. Yes, we're growing with houses and developments, but it's still a key component. A big portion of our income locally is from agriculture, and people here at the doors are still saying it's the same issue. So I really would like to work on those issues, and it's why I think having a representative who's part of a government is important, because you can have a direct access and say, this is what's important to my community, and have an easier way to fight for those issues.
Takacs has been busy knocking on doors and speaking with constituents. She tells us what voters are telling her are of concern to them.
Again, it is the simplest things on the community level, which is why we need a federal government working with the cities to increase funding there. I think we can pretty much count off any funding from a provincial government. That a lot of funding has been threatened to be cut, or we've been given a warning that provincial funding has been cut. So it is having increased funding from a federal level to step in and fill those gaps. But again, it is roads and infrastructure, quality of life. Another woman I met the other day at the door, she was talking about it's the families. Simple things as families, childcare, which we had a great investment. I'm only sorry I didn't meet her the day after that instead of the day before. And quality education, jobs to access to school. Like we have had a record number of, we have the lowest unemployment in 40 years that's been created under the Trudeau government. So it's time to build on those investments and keep doing so.
That was Danielle Takacs for the Liberal Party. Tune in to BRANT.one daily for a new candidate profile. Our riding includes the city of Brantford, most of Brant County, and all of Six Nations in credit of the Mississaugas, with 107,800 eligible voters. And all of the candidates are urging you to get out and vote on October 21st, regardless of who you support.